What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Here we have a matchup today: Purple Luffy versus Red Zoro playing Kuro TCG. Be sure to check out all his videos. You learn a lot watching him. He plays a lot of leaders. I watch all of his videos when I'm trying to learn his deck. Very good player. We lost the dice roll. We're going second. He Dawn passes. We're going to start off with our 2-Dawn turn with a Lost Search. We can grab a Gum Gum Giant, Zoro Juro, or Luffy Tar. We already have a Luffy Tar though. Also grab a 2K. We could go a lot of different ways with this search. So really not sure the best way to go about this. I'm gonna consult with my hand a couple times because again we have a Luffy Taro in there, but I don't think we have we have a Songoro, but I don't think we have a turn like another. I guess we're on 5, so we want to play the Songoro or the Kid Blocker next turn. But we do have the Zoro Juro we can play off of the Luffy Taro. That would be the best play. He swings 5 in a life. We give him 1K. We didn't have anything good. I guess we had the Songoro. Then he plays the Sanji, the new Sanji that gets extra 3,000 power, I believe, on his turn. We're gonna ramp to 5, and then we're going to play it on the Kid Blocker, and then we're just gonna pass. He doesn't have any Dawn standing. I'm kind of taking a more passive approach to Zoro, just in case. I've seen some videos. Don't want to give him a lot of cards in hand because I want to be able to kill their board. But maybe I should have swung their 5 there because he didn't have any standing Dawn. I don't have to worry about Shut Up and Come With Us. He swings 6 in the life, give it 2K. He swings another 6 in the life. I don't think we have another 2K. So I take, he does have some standing Dawn. He taps 3 for Zoro, and now he swings 7. So I'm going to block 1K, but it's actually 2K because he swings 7. I forgot the Zoro's buff, so we give him the extra 2K. And he passes. So now we're going up to 7 Dawn, and we have the Kid, so we can get that Dawn back. We're going to swing 5 into the Sanji. This is going to, it's at 3,000 power, but it allows him to draw a card. And then we're going to tap 7 for Luffy Taro, Return to Dawn, play the Songoro, effect of Kid to get that Dawn back active, and keep that 1 up for Gum Gum Giant, just in case. Don't want to get rushed down. He already played 1 Rush Zoro. We'll see. So now I believe he's at 7 Dawn. And he has the Rush Zoro, the 3/5 Zoro on board. Again, his leader effect for his Zoro is when there's a Dawn on him, everything on his board gets an extra 1,000 power. So he puts the Dawn on. Our board's looking pretty good, though. We have a blocker, we have Luffy Taro, and a Songoro. He's going to swing 6 in the life. We'll give him a 2K. And then now our hand's bricked, besides the Gum Gum Giant. So going back to the initial search, probably would have been better to grab that 2K Usohachi or another Gum Gum Giant. That seems like it would have been a better choice looking back on it, how the game has played out so far. Now he swings 6 in the life, we'll take, and we get a 1K, and he still has 6 standing Dawn, and he's going to play 2 Rush Zoros, but he's not going to swing them. If he would have swung them, I would have swung into them. But I guess this is a way to force us to swing into his life to give him cards. So we're going to swing 6 into life with the effect of Songoro to draw a card. He lets it die. And then now we are at 9 Dawn. So we can we can Nami and pitch one of the Zoros to draw 2 cards. We can play the Kid Blocker. We're gonna swing 5 in a life. We'll start giving him some cards, but get his life down to a manageable point. We'll go 8 into life. He takes. Now we'll tap 4 for. Yeah, we're gonna tap 4 for the Nami blocker. Pitch the Zoro Juro, draw 2. And we draw into a Gamma Knife, which we don't really need in this matchup. At least I don't think we'll need it. And a 1K, so not the best. Wish we could get some more 2Ks. Now thinking about what to do, we can play the Zoro Juro. We can keep 1 up for for Gum Gum Giant, which is what we're going to do. We could have played another kid blocker. That's probably a better move, I think, but I wanted to keep one up for Gum Gum Giant, and I also wanted to search for another one. Here, the only search we can grab is the Rush Sanji. So again, can't grab any, not being able to grab any 2Ks or Gum Gum Giants, which is kind of what we were looking for. And his board has 2 Rush Zoros on it, but and now he has his lead. So he's played 3 Rush Zoros at this point. And he plays a Nami Searcher. Search top 5 for a Straw Hat. And he grabs a 4th Rush Zoro, so he's seen all of the Rush Zoros. Yeah. He puts a Dawn on Zoro. Everything gets buffed up 1,000 power. And now here's where an interesting spot where he can kind of press us. We have 2 blockers. We have a Gum Gum Giant, but we don't have a ton of counter in hand. He's going to swing 7 into life. We'll just give him the blocker Nami. I also need to be cognizant of any unblockable stuff, like Diablo Jambe or the Sanji, the new 2K Sanji. He's another 7 into life. And I know he has to rush Zoro in hand, so we take and we draw 1K. He's going to swing another 7 into life, and with 4 Dawn standing, I'm guessing that's a second 7 into life is coming. Or, excuse me, like a 4th 7 into life this turn. So let's Gum Gum Giant now and kind of fix our hand. Hope we draw into some 2Ks. Return a Dawn, or return 2 Dawn. Pitch the Gamma Knife, which I don't think we're ever going to need in this matchup. Draw 2. I think we drew 1 brick, the big 9-10 Luffy, but we did draw 2K. Now he swings 7 in life, we can block 2K. So now we're going to go to 9 Dawn. And we have 1 life. So we're in a bit of a spot here. I'm going to try to clear as many Zoros as possible. I'm going to swing 6 into life. He does have a decent amount of cards in hand. He gives me a 2K. I just swing the 6 because I wanted to see what I could draw. Hopefully I could draw a Lin Lin and heal and put one of the Zoros away. That would have been ideal, but we didn't draw that. So now I need to start killing his Zoros. We also don't have any Gum Gum Giants. We could get one off that last life. We could play multiple kid, or I guess we could only play one. We could play a kid blocker, another one. We're going to swing 8 into one of the Zoros. He lets it die. So I think the idea here is we're going to keep 5 up for, or we're going to keep 5 aside to play another kid blocker and use those 4 potentially more to try to kill some of those Zoros. Perhaps I should have gone more in this turn. And like put way more Dawn on the Zoro and the Luffy than these swings, because again I think I have 6 aside at this point, because I'm gonna keep 1 for 5 for the Eustace Kid and then 1 for Gum Gum Giant in case we draw into it off that last life. So we're gonna swing double 7s with my Zoro and then leader. Perhaps I should have donned differently, and like put like 9 on Zoro and swung 9 or something like that, and really tried to go hard to kill those Zoros. But here's we're gonna swing 7. Again, a lot of 1Ks in hand, only 1 2K, no Gum Gum Giants. We do have a decent amount of cards in hand though, but again, not the ideal counters. He gives 2K 1K, or excuse me, he gives 0 cost event with Mole Pistol to get out of that. So now we're going to swing another 7 into life. And then keep, again, 5 for a kid, 1 for a Gum Gum Giant. I'm also thinking about whether it's worth it to play the Rush Sanji. We currently have 8 Dawn, but we'd get 1 back, so there'd be 2 extra. So we could swing like 7-6. But we would only establish, we still only have the 1 blocker. That's what one of the other moves I was thinking about here was playing that Rush Sanji. But ultimately, I feel like that was too aggressive. I should just swing the 7. So I swing 7 to one of the Zoros. He lets it die. And then now we're going to tap 5 for another kid blocker. And keep 1 up for a Gum Gum Giant just in case. So now again, I'm in a rough spot because he has 2 decent swings. He can swing that Nami. I don't know if he has any more Rush. I'm trying to think of what Rush he has. All of his Rush Zoros are used up or on the board right now. So we don't have to worry about that 3-5. There could be that 4-5 Zoro from the new starter deck, but you'd have to put 2 Dawn on it. That's kind of a big commitment. I don't even know if that Zoro is running this deck. But I'm just trying to think about what he has that has Rush. But I also need to be cognizant of cards that make things unblockable. I do have two blockers, but I know there's Diablo Jambe, and I know there's the Sanji the 2K that grants, but it grants it to a character. I don't think it grants it to a leader. So he swings 7 into life. He still has 8 standing Dawn. And again, I'm really thinking about this unblockable thing. He could make his Nami unblockable with that Sanji. He could. I'm trying to think if there's any other Luffys or any Straw Hats. He could play the unblockable 5-6 Luffy from the starter deck 1 as well, but I don't think he would run that either. So he swings 7. I'm going to give 2K 1K. He's going to swing another 7. And I really don't want to go down to 0 life because, again, I'm worried about that Sanji specifically that can grant unblockable. Our hand just has, like, I think it's got 2 bricks and 3 1Ks, so not the best for countering. So we'll just give him one of the kid blockers and then see what he does. Stay at 1 life. Was not expecting this move. This is a classic OG Zoro move. He plays Magura. Magura grants 3,000 power. So 3,000 power plus the Nami's at 2,000 power. He gets 1,000 power from Zoro. He gets 1,000 power from the Dawn being on it to 4,000. And then an extra 3,000 from the Magura effect. And he has, I think, 5 standing Dawn. We know there's no more Rush Zoros. I'm going to check his trash at one point, I believe. Checking for more Rush Zoros just to make sure, hey, because I remember seeing a bunch of them. Make sure that, like, all of them are gone. There's no other Rush Zoro that could come down this turn. Because I'm thinking about what he could play that has Rush that he could grant unblockable to. And the Rush Zoro is the one that I was thinking about. So think about whether to take this life, give the blocker, and just see what's going to come. But here we're going to block. He swings 7. We'll give 2 1Ks. We'll give the 2 kid blockers. I kind of want to keep that Sanji just in case. And then he plays a kid killer for 4. He gets an extra 2,000 power. I think this is a 9K swing into life, and we take. So now this is a point. This is a huge decision point where I'm thinking I have to hit him 3 times with life. He has 3 cards in hand, no standing Dawn. I have a decent amount of swings in all 10 Dawn. I could push for game here, but I get scared because I think, like, I think it's just a lot to go through 3 life plus 3 life plus. Well, yeah. I mean, I have 4 or 5 swings technically, but I swing 6 into the Kid Killer just to draw a card and see. And then I think here's where I probably should have gone for life. And I ultimately decided I can clear his board. Let me just do that. I think I got in my mindset of trying to be too safe. And again, I wasn't really like, I was thinking about the Sanji that grants unblockable, but I wasn't thinking about Diablo Jambe. So I'm just gonna start clearing his board. I'm really gonna commit to this. 5 into the Nami. We're gonna tap 7 for the Rush Sanji. Return of Dawn. Get 1 back active. Swing rest the Magura. Swing 6 into it, and then swing 7 into life. So I cleared his board. The only way, and I have a blocker, so I feel somewhat strong, but if you can grant unblockable, I'm just going to lose. And we pass. We have 4 Dawn standing, and he's gonna tap 1 for Diablo Jambe, which grants unblockable to any Straw Hat, including leader. So now he can swing 14 for game, and I don't got that. But yeah, I talked with him afterwards, and he told me, yeah, I definitely should have gone for a game. I think I just got scared. I don't know why I got scared, but I was so cognizant the turn before of unblockable, and I just thought that I think I was more thinking again of the new Sanji 2K from the starter deck 21 that grants it to a character, and I thought if I could clear his board, I might be safe. I thought that was the safer route. I just played it way too safe when I probably should have pushed for game. I'm not sure I could get it. I don't know what his triggers would have been, or if he had 2Ks in hand or counters in hand, but it probably would be the more optimal move to go for it there. So just kind of unfortunate. I think, again, like the coaching points here in this game for me, the first search I could have done better on. I grabbed the Zoro Juro. It would have been better to grab the 2K or the Gum Gum Giant. Granted, that one's a little bit more hindsight of how the cards I would draw after that, so I'm not too bummed on that, but in the moment I remember thinking this is just a weird decision, and then at the end just not going for it. I should have been more aggressive. I feel like I played it pretty well other than that. Played a really tough opponent, and yeah, he got the better he got the better of me, but yeah, let me know in the comments if there's anything else I could have done differently. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to check out Kuro TCG, and thanks again, and see you guys next time.